And we're live. Hey, hey, party people. What is going on? Tanya, Aliza here. Welcome to Monday Night Live. How are you guys doing? I am excited to be with you. I know it is a little bit different time, and normally I am live on Tuesdays. And I will be live on Tuesday still, but I have something very special for you guys this evening that I thought would be very impactful to a lot of you guys. And so, hello to my Facebook viewers. I am broadcasting in a couple of my Facebook groups on my Facebook page. I'm actually broadcasting on my YouTube channel tonight. Hello to my YouTube subscribers. And as always, simulcasting on Periscope as well. Hello, Twitter. What is going on? Say hello in the comment section below as you guys are already doing so I can see your lovely faces. And some of you guys are sharing some of your favorite emojis like drop it like it's hot. Victor's got 5 million fire signs there. That's always fun. Hello, hello. So as you guys saw, I am going to be talking about a freebie funnel. If you don't know what a freebie funnel is, don't worry. I'll tell you what a freebie funnel, but this freebie funnel back in the day helped me to change my entire life and my entire business as far as attracting perfect, ready to buy customers into my world, taking my business from $56,000 a year business to that very next year, $434,000. And that was quite a jump, right? So I think it's really important. I've been screaming from the rooftops for pretty much the last few months, all about the power of leading with value on social media, taking your social media following and transforming them into a list that you own and control and can follow up with, and then making sure that you're making your relevant offers inside of that freebie funnel and putting that on autopilot if you can. You guys know me if you tune in. I'm all about leverage. I'm all about automation. I like doing work once and getting paid for it as long as I can get paid for it. If you guys are good with that and you're like, yeah, that sounds amazing, or maybe you have that going on already in your life, drop me a comment below and let me know that you're fired up for this live broadcast. I've got a actual behind the scenes slide, kind of like an image that I drew up for you guys. So you can also visualize what this freebie funnel looks like in my world so that you can kind of get some ideas for your business as well. And I'm always curious. I ask this whenever I go live. Drop me a comment and let me know, what is your niche or niche? What is it that you sell? What are some of your hero products or services? Are you representing affiliate products? Are you in direct sales or network marketing? Are you a coach? Do you have your own coaching programs? Do you have your own courses that you sell? Maybe you're an author and you have your own book. I'm always curious. So drop me a comment below and let me know what is going on in your world, because I'm going to give examples if I can. And I always like to give examples to my people that are on live, because that's the benefit of joining in live. And then we will do a little bit of a Q&A at the end if I see some questions come in that are relevant, because this is a very important topic for your business. So we have network marketing, hair, skin, and makeup and nails and lashes, psychology, printables, skincare and beauty, network marketing, affiliate marketing, coaching, direct sales, healthy lifestyle products, direct sales affiliate. Okay, cool. There's a gamut here, and I love this. So by the way, this can work for any product or service that you sell. You know, I always joke and I'm like, if you're selling peanut butter or you're selling marbles or you're selling high-end coaching or you're trying to just sell vacation rentals or whatever it is that you're doing, this will work for that. It's just being a little bit creative and making sure that you are speaking to the needs, wants, and desires of your potential perfect new customer or your potential perfect new client. All right. Now, if you think that this live broadcast, this training would benefit anyone in your world, then if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can smash the share button and you can type shared in the comment section below. I'll give you a share shout out. But if you set that share to public, what we like to do is each week grab our sharers and we put you into a drawing, and we like to give away free swag just to say thank you for sharing our information with your people. We hope to wow them and make you look good for sharing, but we also want to say just thank you for sharing. So this week, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pick next week on my broadcast from this week, I'm going to pick 3 winners, and I'm going to send out one of my favorite books of all time. And it's called Influence. It's called The Psychology of Influence. If you guys have tuned in, you know that I talk about this book all the time. The author is Robert Cialdini, and he talks about the 6 human psychological triggers that get people to take action and make decisions. So as a marketer, being on social media, posting every day, doing your thing, you need to know what these triggers are so that you are showing up in a way where you can get people to take action with you, because that is ultimately the only way that you are going to convert people into sales. And let's just face it, you don't want to be hanging out on social media all day, every day, just for the hell of it, right? You want to be making money, right? Being profitable in your business, right? So if you guys are fired up, drop your favorite emoji in the comment section below. Type shared. Jamel, you guys, there were so many shares coming in. I was like, whoa, I'm not going to be able to keep up with these shares. Samantha, thanks for sharing. Daisy, thank you for sharing. Nikki, how's it going, girlfriend? Long time. Jamel, thanks for sharing. Laura, thanks for sharing. Karen says, what's the name of the book? It's called The Psychology of Influence. Regardless of if you win it next week or not with this share shout out, just get the book. It's amazing. Gift it to somebody if you win next week and you got a couple copies, or just keep a couple copies. So if we're meeting each other for the very first time, it's very nice to meet you. My name's Tanya, Aliza, and I help online entrepreneurs or aspiring online entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, grow their brands, grow their influence, and to make more sales on social media, while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. My favorite 2 words are automation and leverage. And over the years, I've been able to grow a multiple 7-figure brand and business, following some very simple but yet consistent strategies in my business. One of the things that I think has literally changed my life, and you guys, if you've been tuning in, you know, all right, you know that this is the case, literally changed my life, is the concept of email list building and freebie funnels. And if you do them properly, they can reap a lot of reward for you in your business and allow you a ton of leverage. Because before I learned these strategies, you guys, I will be honest, I came online to grow my business, and I got my start in network marketing. And so I had health and wellness products that I had to get in front of people, and I had to acquire customers, and I had to build a team. And I did not know where to start. I was like, where do I go? How do I find people? And everybody was saying, well, start conversations, just start cold messaging people and start conversations and see if people are open to hearing more. And although that works well if you have a copious amount of time to sit on your cell phone or your computer all day long, for most people, if you don't set this up properly with a passive marketing plan, you will get completely burnt out. And that's somewhere that I ended up was completely burnt out. And I said to myself, I need to have a better way to do things. Now, when I was a child, this is kind of funny. I'm going to share something with you guys that I don't think I've ever shared at all, ever. Okay. But I try to figure out, why do I operate the way that I operate? And why do I think the way that I think? And why do I do things the way that I do? And you guys, success leaves clues, right? So back in the day, I grew up in a very humble home, where my sister and I, who's 4 years younger than me, it was just the 2 of us, we grew up in a family environment where my parents all the time, my sister and I, heard, we can't afford it, we can't afford it, we can't afford it. Has anybody been in maybe this similar situation? Or maybe you're a parent right now, and maybe that's the situation, like you're just currently in, right? Your current situation maybe is for maybe your children or whatever, right? So my sister and I, we were always told we can't afford it, we can't afford it, can't afford it. And so we never liked asking my parents or specifically my mom for anything at all because we didn't want to burden her with thinking like she has to do things for us, right? So we were always very independent from very young age. In fact, I remember when I was 8 or maybe 10 years old, my sister and I decided one day, it was summer vacation, we wanted to have a lemonade stand. And what we ended up doing was we went to the corner store, the dollar store, and we bought all of the things that you need to buy for a lemonade stand as best we can. And it was all about the presentation. So I wasn't just going to make any Kool-Aid or lemonade and sell it in a plastic cup. I wanted the presentation to be perfect. So I ended up buying those little umbrellas that you put on the corner. And I really wanted to stand out. I'm a person that executes with excellence with whatever it is that I do, because I think if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right, right? So I remember loading up the cart with my sister one day, and we lived on this street, just a side street, really didn't get a lot of traffic. And so we were like, okay, well, if we're going to sell this lemonade to anybody, we need to actually go where people are because we're not getting any traffic on our street. I have no idea how a 10-year-old or, I was 8 or 10. I have no idea how we think like this, right? But I did. And I was like, we need to go where people are. So what I ended up doing with my sister is we packed up the wagon and we trekked it literally probably 2 miles, maybe 3 miles down this cart path down Main Street. And halfway down Main Street, there was this little plaza, and this plaza had a whole bunch of little shops in it. And one of the shops was a supermarket. And I'm from a very small town in British Columbia, Canada, about 60,000 people. So if you've been in that town for a while, everybody kind of knows you. So we were there. We parked shop. We set up shop right outside the Super Value. That was the name of the grocery store. And my sister and I sat there and we sold our lemonade. And then what ended up happening is my mom ended up driving up out of nowhere. She gets out of the car. She comes over and she looks at us and she's like, kind of this little smile on her face. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" Now, this is just a testament to the times, right, you guys? Because who in their right mind, while my parents were working, right, we watched ourselves at a very young age, right? I was babysitting my sister at like 10, 12 years old, and we were trekking a lemonade stand down Main Street to try to go make some money, right? And so my mom drives up and she's a little like kind of confused, but yet I can tell she's a little proud, right, of the 2 entrepreneur daughters. And she's looking at us with like shaking her head. Well, apparently the manager ended up calling my mom and saying, "Hey, Mary, your daughters are outside and they're selling their lemonade. And really, they can't be doing that. I mean, we didn't have a permit. We didn't have anything, right?" And so my mom had to come and collect us. And she was really, I think, proud. You have to like be like, "What are you guys doing?" Well, you can't do that. And you have to explain, right? So from a very young age, you guys, I was really, really scrappy. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I came from a home where we were told we can't afford it, we can't afford it, we can't afford it. And I just decided that I would never have that moment ever in my life as an adult. Like I wanted to get out of that mindset completely. And some of my friends in school had, their parents would buy them cars and they would have nice houses and some of them would have pools. And my sister and I, like, we had none of that growing up. And now life is very, very, very different. And I think it's because I decided to figure out different ways and think outside of the box all the time in almost every situation. Entrepreneurship sometimes, and if you guys agree with this, drop me a comment below. Entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs, we are a very weird breed. We think so differently. We problem solve so differently. We like challenges. We like problem solving, but we don't think the same as other people. So sometimes we're very hard to understand. And I think, though, that is the beauty in entrepreneurship, and why entrepreneurship is so beautiful is thinking outside of the box. Even when I was 16 years old, or I think it was 17 years old, I was working so hard to try to get this car that I wanted. One of the girlfriends that I worked with, I actually worked at McDonald's during my high school years. And one of the girls that was working at McDonald's had this Honda CRX. I don't know if you guys know what kind of car that looks like, but back in the day when I was young, it was a cool car. And her name was Sherry. I'll never forget it. She came up, she had this black CRX, and I was like, I want that car. Oh my goodness, I want that car. And I'm like, I need to work. I need to get the money. I need to figure out how to get this car. And so I worked when people were playing. I actually missed, and I don't really worry about this too much anymore, but people think I'm crazy when a non-entrepreneur looks at me and they hear this story. They're like, are you kidding me? I did not go to my grade 12 or 12th grade graduation. I went to my graduation. Sorry, I didn't go to my prom. So I wore the hat. I went to graduation. I got the diploma and everything, but I didn't go to my prom, right? The fun stuff. So the prom, John knows what the CRX is. Good. One person knows what the Honda CRX is. It was a cool car, right, John? So I skipped out on prom night because nobody wanted to work. And I said I would work. I needed the hours. I was so close to making enough money to go out there and get my own car. And you want to know what? I ended up getting that car. And I think I worked for an entire year to save the money. And I got scrappy and I did things that people would not do because I had a big vision on what it is that I really, really wanted. And I mean, what's prom night? I mean, sure, memories. Some people are going to associate that, right, a little bit differently, but I don't miss prom night. I had that car for, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 years, and I loved it. I was so proud every time I drove that car. I took care of it. I worked hard for it. So you guys, this whole strategy with the freebie funnel, this comes from the mentality of me being scrappy and me being very adamant on working smarter, not necessarily harder, because I was raised in a house where you were told, like, this was the philosophy, because we just didn't know better. But the philosophy was work hard, you get paid money. Work hard, you get paid money. But do you want to know what? That's not the real equation, right? The real equation is work smart and then get the money, right? And that's the better equation. Now, yes, you can work hard and get the money, of course, or have the success or have the vision accomplished that you want, for sure. But my philosophy now, knowing what I know now, is work smart. So in 2010, when I decided, hey, I'm a little bit burnt out, I need to find a better way to find people who are interested in the benefits of what my product and service does. So what I did was I said, I know people are online searching for the benefits of my product and service. How do I get my product and service in front of them? That was the biggest question that I had. And I had so many people in so many different directions telling me to go this way, go that way, do videos every day, do this every day. There wasn't Instagram or TikTok like there is now, and Clubhouse. Those are all new, right? But back then it was like, do videos on Facebook, do videos on YouTube, blog every day, go hang out in forum marketing, go into Facebook groups, right? And I was trying everything. And some things were working a little bit, but it wasn't working where I was getting paid for my efforts, where I felt like, yeah, this is a good strategy, right? It was still me just being very active in my daily business. And I was glued to my device, my computer, for way too many hours a day. And then one day I was listening to a podcast. And the podcast that I was listening to every week, she would give away a freebie, and it would be something that would go with the episode, and it would be valuable. It would be like a daily checklist. It would be something along those lines. And I found myself that I was always stopping to download her freebies. And I was like, okay, I like this strategy. I feel very well taken care of. And then inside of the freebies and inside of the email communication that I had with this person, once I download the freebies, she would make offers and make recommendations and make suggestions. And I found myself to be purchasing and buying at every point that she would make them, because I felt like I got a lot of value. And then I was like, okay, I want to reciprocate. And obviously I look up to this person so that when they make recommendations and suggestions, I take action on them. And I say, okay, there's something to this. I really need to employ this in my business. Now, how am I going to do that? So what I ended up doing, and back in the day, I was selling, and a lot of you guys might have heard this, but I want to show you, but I was selling a health and wellness product, and it helped people with all sorts of things. One of the things that it helped people with was reducing inflammation in the body. That was something that a lot of people said that it did, and it helped them with. So I said, well, how do I get my stuff in front of people that are interested in that specific benefit, reducing inflammation in the body? So I ended up thinking about it, and I created this food guide. And you guys might have heard me say this before, but this food guide was very simple. I went to Google, I did a little research, and I came up with this food guide that was 10 foods to consider avoiding and eliminating in your diet if you're looking to reduce inflammation in your body. And then I created a freebie funnel behind that. And inside of that freebie, and I'll show you this in a minute, I'll show you the diagram I have and how this specifically worked and why it works so well. So then I put my product inside of the freebie as one of the ways. And I would also insert a product call to action on the next page that my viewer would see immediately after requesting that freebie and that download and that food guide. And what ended up happening is something that I would never believe that would happen. I started to get automatic leads, and these leads were not just looky-loos. These were people who were specifically interested in the benefit of what my product and service provided. I ended up making autopilot sales, where I would wake up and I would open my laptop and people would be there as new customers that I didn't have to go pound pavement or pound the internet to try to get. And then some of them would even be questions. A lot of them would be, hey, I noticed that you made this recommendation. Could you tell me more could you tell me more about it? And then I would have conversation, and then I would sign them up as a customer, and they would love me they would be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me. I'm so excited to try this product. Thank you. You give so much value. I'm very excited to be one of your new customers. And what ended up happening is I had so many leads come in, so many sales come in, but not only that, you guys, not only that was I finally had a way where I was excited about my business. And I was relieved that I didn't have to be glued to my phone all day, every day to try to talk to people who I had no idea if they would be interested in what I was selling or not. The conversations that I now have are only with people that have an interest when it comes to my product, service, or business. And these are the best kinds of conversations, because then what you do is you wake up and you have a newfound excitement for your business, because you see that it is working. And not only that, when I show up now on social media, I'm showing up as a person of value, a person that people are like, thank you so much for giving me that value, versus, oh my gosh, what is she trying to sell me today? Oh, she's curiosity posting, private message me, DM me for more information. And then again, you're glued to your phone. No, you've got to have a passive marketing strategy in place for your business. And this is where the concept of me teaching freebie funnels came about 6 years ago. So after having after having so much success in my own business, what ends up happening is people want to know, like, what are you doing and how are you doing it? And I never really had a way to teach this in a virtual setting ever. So what I ended up doing is 6 years ago, I started a mastermind live event where I would take a very small group of people, of 50 people, and I would teach them how to build a freebie funnel for their business. We would talk about what business they were in, what were the benefits of their product and service, and then I would walk them through the steps of building a freebie funnel and then show them how to market the freebie funnel to keep the funnel full when they were posting on social media and things to get exposure for the funnel and build the email list. So and some of you guys have some questions. I will do a little Q&A in a minute for you guys. Absolutely. If you've got the questions, I'll answer the questions for you guys because we're live, right? Why not? So this has been a absolute game changer, except for the last 6 years, we had everybody that has implemented this strategy. They've seen phenomenal results in their business. Some of the results are even better than I've gotten in my business as far as lead generation and even the freebies that they've created for their business, which warms my heart as a coach now, right? As a marketing coach. But this year, we don't have the opportunity to do the live mastermind. So I'm doing a lot of this virtually. You know, we had our growth camp that we did a week ago, which was our free 5-day buyer attraction challenge. If you guys are in growth camp, let me know below. Growth camp was amazing. I also have a live masterclass that I did last week where we had 15,000 people register for this masterclass. It was mind blowing. I crashed one of my servers. We had to shift everything to Facebook Live because my server crashed because we had so many people trying to access the masterclass. And so what we'll do is I want to share with you this graph so you can actually see my freebie funnel. But if you guys missed the masterclass, which was my revenue multiplier that actually goes into the specific details on how this freebie funnel is constructed and my 3 smart marketing secrets that allow me to create a 7-figure income very consistently now while living a life that I love, you won't want to miss that masterclass if you missed it, we're going to do another one tomorrow. We had so many emails, comments, Facebook messages, Instagram messages. Hey, we missed it. Can we get a replay? What do can you do it again? Whatever. So what we decided to do is I scheduled out tomorrow night a replay, not a replay. I'm going to go live and I'm going to do this again. We'll do a live Q&A. And so before I share with you the funnel graph that I said that I'm going to do, I want you guys to pull out your phone, or if you have your phone right now, you can text the word training to 74121. And I'm going live at 8 o'clock East Coast time. So it'll be the same time today as today, but tomorrow. And I'll go live we'll be simulcasting this again. And it will be an actual masterclass on how to get a freebie funnel set up and working for you in your business for whatever products and services that you sell. So if that sounds interesting to you, you don't have to register. There's no opt-in or anything. We'll just send you a reminder and the link to where we're going live. If you text training to 74121, we'll try to make it as easy as possible for everyone to just get one last masterclass viewing if they want it tomorrow at 8 o'clock here on the page. Okay, cool. How many people are doing that? If you were on the masterclass last week and you were able to get a viewing, let us know. I'll keep somebody's asking what's the number. Hey, Terry, it's on the screen right here. Should be able to see it. Training, text the word training to 74121. And I'll leave that up on the screen for you guys for just a minute, and then I'll bring it back. And I want to share with you the actual funnel, and then I'll show you exactly how this works. Now, I'm pretty sure, by the way, that this should work for international numbers. I changed it so that it should accept international numbers. But for some reason, if it doesn't, just be very proactive and set yourself a reminder on your cell phone for 8 o'clock East Coast time tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be here. I'll simulcast wherever you like to view the live, my Facebook page, YouTube, Periscope, whatever. We'll simulcast it here, and we'll just go over this in a little bit more detail for you. I've got some slides and I'll show you. But here's one of the slides that I'll go over tomorrow. Yes, Joe, this is the list building is the same as the masterclass last week. Yes. So for those of you that missed the masterclass, then come and join the masterclass tomorrow. This is for anybody that emailed us or didn't know what was happening or missed it or got busy. We'll do another live viewing tomorrow for you guys. All right. So let me show you the inner workings of how this freebie funnel specifically works for your business so that you can see the power of where automation happens in your business, okay? And how it works for me and the things I've learned along the way. Because the more you do something, the better you get at it. And the more you learn about, how can we make this better, right? So I'm always tweaking and I'm always testing in my business. And I think that's important. I think you really need to be. So here's exactly what this looks like. And on the masterclass, I go over this in a little bit more detail, right? But there's 7 steps to this, okay? 7 steps. The first step is your posts on social media. The second step is your freebie landing page. I'll go over these in detail. Just wait, we'll recap though. The third step is your freebie thank you page. The fourth step is your email list. The fifth step is your freebie delivery page. The sixth step is your happy new subscribers and leads that are going through your information. And I'll discuss that in a minute. And the seventh step is exposed to offers inside your freebie. Okay. So here's the thing. And if you guys have some questions, cool. I'll do a little Q&A in a minute. And if you're liking this, give it a thumbs up, give it a hearts if you're on Facebook. I feed off of your guys' energy and it's always nice. So the first step of this funnel is something that you guys are already doing anyways. You guys are already doing this. You're posting on social media, right? Now, the problem is that most people are posting on social media like, hey, private message me, DM me, or go to my link and buy here, right? And number one, people don't necessarily, if they're interested, DM or comment all the time. Even some people are curious, but they're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. Like seriously, people don't want to talk to people anymore. It's a weird world that we live in, right? And so they might be interested, but they're just not, taking action with you. Or worse, if you give a link for people to go and buy your stuff, you guys, then what's happening is you're never going to know who is viewing your stuff if you're not collecting their information so that you can follow up with them. So you're missing out on incredible points of opportunity. So for me now, what I do is on my social media, I still do my posts daily, and I have something that says, hey, P.S., if you're curious about, I'll give you an example with my freebie that I have with the inflammation thing. I'd be like, hey, if you're curious about reducing inflammation in your body, or anybody else that is interested in reducing inflammation in their body, I've got this really cool free guide that I put together, which is 10 foods that you should consider avoiding in your diet. If you're interested, go to this link and pick it up absolutely free. Right? So now from the social media post, they are going to your freebie landing page. And your freebie landing page is going to be a spot where you are collecting the people that are interested in that topic. You're collecting their name and email. So now if you collect their name and email, they're going on your email list, and you know that you can follow up with them effectively and efficiently, right? The third step is your freebie thank you page. So once your subscriber says, yes, I want that, and they put in their information, this is the next page that they see. And typically, I like to have this page set up a certain way. And how I like to have it is set up, and I like to say, hey, Rockstar, and you guys have seen this. If you guys have seen any of my thank you pages, you've seen this where I say, hey, Rockstar, I'm so excited for you to get this freebie. It's on its way to your email inbox right now, and it should be there shortly. But I know that you're here because you probably want to learn how to reduce inflammation in your body, and I've got you. Not only are these 10 foods going to help you to, not only these 10 foods that I share that you should avoid are going to help you do that, but I also talk about in that freebie one of my favorite health and wellness solutions and supplements that have allowed thousands of other people, including myself, reduce inflammation in my body. And then sometimes I share a little story, like I'll share my story or I'll share a third party story. And I'll say, hey, my friend Jennifer, this was able to happen with her. And then I say, hey, if you're anything like me and you're a little bit impatient and you would like to learn about what exactly my anti-inflammatory solution is that you can check out right away on this page, click the link below to learn more. Okay. Now, I say that you do it in a video, but you can do it in text if you're completely deathly afraid of getting on video. I like video because it builds a connection with your people best. But for me, if you don't want to do video, you don't have to. You could just have that written up and then a link for people to go to your website and buy your product right from there. Now, having that in place here on your thank you page gives you the opportunity to make immediate sales right away with your freebie funnel. Now, I never used to have this in place. By the way, I used to tell people, hey, go to your email to get the freebie. And then they would have to go through the freebie and then see my call to action for my product or service. And I was like, wait a minute, I want to make more automated sales here. Let's put an offer right when we have their attention right here on the thank you page. So that was the tweak that I made that made the world of a difference in my income with my freebie funnel. Step number 4 is your people, your subscribers are now going to be put on your email list. And this email list, by the way, is yours. You own it, you control it, and you can make whatever offers and communicate as much as you need to with your people. And you can also set up an autopilot campaign to run. I do a 3-message campaign where if some people going through your funnel, they're not going to buy right away, right? They need a little more information, but it's okay because now I have their information and I can give them that little more information. So I have a 3-message follow-up plan that goes out every day on autopilot, and it drips information on them to bring them back into becoming a customer of mine with that product that they probably are interested in because they want to reduce inflammation in their body, and that's what my product does. That's a very powerful piece of this puzzle, you guys, right? Is your email list and having that grow, moving people from social media, which you don't own and control, to your email list. Very powerful. And then the 5th step is in the email, they're going to say, I see an email from me that says, hey, by the way, go click here to get the freebie that you requested. So then they click the link in the email and they go to a freebie delivery page. And the freebie delivery page, again, has the same video of me that says, hey, Rockstar, I'm so excited for you to get this. And it has another call to action for them to go and have an opportunity to purchase my product and service. Having this freebie delivery page was another thing that I learned how to tweak in my funnel to have another exposure opportunity for me to have a call to action happen with my product and service. So then your subscriber is going to be going through the freebie. Step number 6, they're going to be excited. They're going to be smiling like that guy at the computer. And then they're going to be exposed to your offers inside of your freebie. So your freebie also is an exposure piece for your information. So you're going to have, I'll have the 10 foods that they should consider avoiding in the guide. And then one of the recommendations right in my freebie, I'm going to say, hey, by the way, if you want to learn about one of my favorite solutions to help you reduce inflammation in your body fast and has allowed thousands of other people to have all of these crazy, amazing success stories, click here to go and get more information on my favorite product that I use. And people click and then they'll buy, right? So you have a lot of exposure pieces inside of your initial freebie funnel for somebody to see your product. And the reason why this works so well, you guys, okay? The reason why this works so well is because you are giving something of value to your people and you're bringing in people that only have a need and want and desire for your product, service, or business. And you're not just throwing a whole bunch of mud at the wall and hoping that it sticks. And people are now viewing you as a credible authority that's valuable. Like they're like, wow, thank you so much for giving me this information. Of course, I'm going to check out your recommendations and your suggestions that you are making versus you just showing up like, hey, this is amazing. Look what it's done for me. DM me for more information. It's like, no, you're giving them value first. And then you're saying, hey, by the way, I recommend or I suggest this, right? So this has been the like pivotal milestone for me in my business and really like everything that I do now. And I'm giving you right now a 30,000 foot view of how this works. And if you want like a more granular, like explainer, like I'm going to explain each one of these steps in detail, then come join the masterclass, because the masterclass is really designed to share with you exactly the inner workings of how this freebie funnel specifically works. How do you come up with the right freebie idea for your product and service? And then how do you make that message match the perfect person that would be a perfect buyer for your product or service, the person that you're trying to attract, so that when you show up on social media, you're actually showing up in a way where people go, yes, I want that. And you're stopping the scroll and they're like, yes, I want that. And you're creating a lot of automation and leverage for you in your business so that when you wake up in the morning, you go sit down to build your business, you open the laptop and you're like, okay, I've got leads now. And these are the leads that are super excited about my product and service that I have. And oh my gosh, I made 3 sales overnight while I was sleeping. Like, how cool is that, right? So, and if I saw somebody say like the text message is only working in the United States. I don't know, maybe it is. But here's the thing, like just set yourself a reminder to come back here at 8. And if you're on my email list, by the way, we'll send you a reminder email too and let you know. But if you want a text message reminder, then hop on to, just text the word training to 74121. Now, for those of you guys that were on the master class, or if you've been paying attention to any of the stuff that we've been posting over the last 5 days, I think. Last week, we did open the doors and we opened enrollment, by the way, to my brand new program. And I suggest that you go and check this out. If you guys like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, is and you can copy this link down and you can go there after the broadcast, or if somebody can type it in the comment section below, that would be awesome. mylistbuildingbootcamp.com. So like I said, over the last 6 years, I've been teaching how to build these freebie funnels to a select group of entrepreneurs. And I would do a live mastermind every year. And we've done that for the last 6 years. We typically sell out the mastermind in less than 1 week. We have a big, long waiting list for it every single year because I only take on 50 clients. So this year, 2021, COVID, the pandemic, has literally changed the course of everything that we do, right? All of us. And I said to myself, well, how do I still teach how to do this in this landscape that we're working with in 2021? And so I released and we built and we created, we've been creating this since November. A lot of you guys have been like waiting for it and on the edge of your seats for it. But I created a program that walks you from start to finish to marketing your freebie funnel with some of my best marketing strategies inside of my newest brand new program called My List Building Bootcamp. And so if you'd like the details on that, enrollment is open right now. But I will say that enrollment closes March 19th. So once March 19th hits, the boot camp is closed and we start the boot camp on March 22nd. And I'm working very closely with a group of people over 6 weeks, helping them to build their freebie funnel for their business so that they can have this working for them in their business with your products and your services that you sell. And if you can't join boot camp like during the actual dates that we have, you get lifetime access to the program. So unlike all of my other years where people would have to pay and they'd come to the mastermind and we would work together, none of that was recorded or documented. So everybody had to remember everything that they learned at the mastermind. This time, putting this curriculum together, it's all archived in a beautiful members area that we've worked very hard putting together for you. And I walk you step by step, click by click, building and constructing and strategizing with you on your freebie funnel for you and your business. This has literally, like I said, been an absolute game changer for me in my business. And if I wouldn't have this set up, thank you guys for posting that link in the comments. If I wouldn't have this set up, I would still be, I don't know where I would be. I think maybe possibly, I'm not sure, maybe have gotten frustrated and just quit because I was spending so much time on my device. I was spending so much time spinning my wheels, trying to find people that were interested in what I was selling. And it was hard. It was very, very hard. And it was very, very, very time consuming. And when you start a business and you have that like entrepreneur dream, you want to have ways to create that entrepreneur dream. Like what is a whole bunch of money if you're glued to your device or you have no time to spend it or enjoy it, or a life that you're excited about, or a business that you're even excited about showing up for. And so for me, this was the biggest game changer. And now I'm glad that I have the opportunity to finally be able to teach this in a way that I know will help so many businesses, provided they take the information and they implement it. So as an entrepreneur, if you have products and services that you sell, I would highly recommend that you check out my list building bootcamp and see if you can come and enroll and join us this year as we work together and build your freebie funnel so you can have some automation and leverage in your business. So I'll do a little bit of a Q&A, and I'll if you guys have to bounce because you don't want to stick around for the Q&A, that's totally fine. If you want to stick around for the Q&A, I will definitely be happy to answer any and all questions that you guys have, and we'll get into the Q&A right now. But I hope to see you guys on the masterclass tomorrow when we broadcast here. And if you can, I really hope to see you inside of boot camp with us, because I'm excited to roll up my sleeves and get to work with you in creating this automation machine for you and your business so that you can get excited about your business and really, really enjoy everything that you're doing on social media, showing up with immense value and having people look at you and go, oh my gosh, I love what you're posting. And thank you so much for sharing that. And of course, I'm going to take you up on your recommendations and suggestions. All right. So we've got some good questions. I like it. I like it. All right. Let me scroll up because I saw some good ones come in. So my list building bootcamp is brand new. Like we just finished creating it. So it is very different than a lot of my other programs that I have. And this is specifically just teaching you how to build that diagram that I showed you how to do. And then we also have some additional bonuses. If you go to mylistbuildingbootcamp.com, you'll see. And the bonuses are actually, well, they're very valuable. Let me just tell you that, because one of the bonuses is my influencers marketing roadmap, and it gives you my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube marketing strategies. So if you see me on YouTube, if you see me on Facebook, if you see me on Instagram, I pull back the curtains and I show you exactly what we do on those platforms to get exposure for the brand and for the business, and to have calls to action to lead people to come into our freebie funnel. So we're growing our list. If you just think about every single post that you do on social media, every video you do, if you're doing TikToks, whatever you're doing, and any video you put out there, any live that you do, if you have a link back to your freebie funnel, every post that you do, just think about a fishing line casted out on the World Wide Web that's working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to keep your funnel full of perfect, interested potential buyers and clients for your products and services if you do this right. So just think about the efforts compounded over the next 3 months, the compounded efforts over the next 6 months, versus having all of those social media posts that are out there that are either not working for you or creating more work for you because you're telling people, DM me, comment, or, or even worse, putting a link to your stuff and not knowing who's actually interested in what it is that you're doing and having a way where you can follow up with them professionally and effectively. If you look at any online marketer that exists on planet Earth that is creating success, this is exactly how they're doing it. And I love teaching this. I'm very passionate about it because it's worked for my business and thousands of others of my clients that I've worked with in the mastermind setting. So I'm very excited to have this available. And yes, it's very different. This is Steph asks, how often do you do your freebie or do freebies? So in the masterclass tomorrow, you'll see my very first freebie as well. One of my very first freebies that I only had one freebie for the whole. I only had one freebie for 2 years that worked for me to generate me qualified leads and sales for my business. Now I have more, leverage in my business. I have more resources in my business. So now I like to do a freebie every week for my audience. And that's the cool thing. Like once you understand how to do one freebie funnel, you can create many, right? And you don't need to, right? But you can do a lot of good with one in your business. And I had one in my business that served me for 2 whole years before I even created another one. So you can do them as often as you want, or you can just have one really good one working for you for the next 2 years if you want as well. Christine says, what time? I think that you're referring to tomorrow, 8 p.m. East Coast time. That is the time. And we'll send you, if you're on the text list, we'll send you a reminder. I think it's set for 5 or 10 minutes before we go live. So you can click the link and you won't miss it. Yes. So for those asking about the other programs that I offer, if this is different, yes, for sure. 100% it's different, but everything complements each other, right? So all of my programs that I have, I like them to be able to work with each other. So if you're a client of mine and you already have some of my other programs, this will complement and work with that other program that you have. Simply because I only teach what I do in my business, and everything that I do in my business complements each other, right? I don't want it to be counteractive of each other. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Yes, I do teach. Is it also teaching about building an email list or how to write emails? Yes. And I also give you my 3 email follow-up templates that help you to convert your leads into sales. So I send an email when somebody opts in for my freebie funnel. I send an email once every day for 3 days, trying to serve that goal of getting them to be interested to purchase my product or service. And I do that as a 3-day email campaign. And I actually give you my 3 email templates that I use personally. And you just have to fill in the blank with your information and your products and add maybe your personality to it. So you'll have my templates to just copy and paste and then make them your own. And then I show you how to load them up into a campaign. So you don't have to know how to do any of this stuff. You could be brand new and not even know what an email list is. And I've got you completely covered from step 1 to step 10, point and click, 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 go. Like if you can watch a video and click your mouse where I show you how to click your mouse and do what I tell you to do, you're totally good. So I try to keep it as very easy to follow as possible. Very, very easy as possible. You're very welcome. This is good. As well, we sell products from network marketing company, how to make sales on autopilots, like drop ship style, no affiliated link. Yes, there's different styles. So everybody has different styles of selling, right? So we're going to like whatever your call to action is. Some people like to do a presentation. They have like maybe a webinar presentation. Some people have a Facebook group presentation to present the product or business. Some people have a different presentation. So we're going to use whatever's already working for you as far as how you present your product, service, or business inside of that funnel. And there are really cool ways, like even a call to action could be that, say you're doing this for network marketing, and I did this for many years too, because I was recruiting in network marketing before, right? Where I would have a call to action that would say, hey, if you're interested in working with me, send me a message on Facebook, and then I would give my m.me link, which would take them right into my Facebook Messenger, and they would send me a message and say, hey, I'm interested, and that would start the conversation. Everybody's different styles. Some of you guys have a direct link that you can share where people can go and buy your product, and then you would share that in your freebie funnel. So we talk about all of those different avenues inside of My List Building Bootcamp and getting whatever's already working for you as far as your presentation mode, working with inside of your freebie funnel. And we don't steer too far left or right with what is already working within your business model, within your business model. All right. Yes, Carrie Ann, how's it going, girlfriend? What automation do you use? MailChimp? We don't use MailChimp, but I train all of my people to use Aweber, but it's really whatever you want to use. In the program, I say, hey, if you already have an email marketing service provider that you like using, keep using them. And this is what you want to do inside of the email marketing system. And then if somebody doesn't have an email marketing system or they don't know what it is, we walk them through the steps of using Aweber, mainly because I've used them for so many years. They're free up to 500 subscribers. And I always like there's always tools that you're going to need. Like if you're going to build a freebie funnel, you need some tools to do it. I always like to stay very lean, and I don't like my people to have to spend hundreds of dollars a month on tools, especially if somebody is just getting started in their business. All right. That's very important to me. So I think the tools that we train on and we teach somebody how to build this inside of My List Building Bootcamp, they run you 200 or less a year, by the way. So if you break that down into a monthly cost for a business, nothing as far as what the ROI can be. And as a business owner, you've got to have some expenses as a business. You're not a business if you don't have business expenses, right? I think that's the problem. We need to start thinking about business as a business. And with business, we've got to have some tools to run our business. This is good. Kelsey, I love that you asked this question. Wondering how you get traffic to your freebie if you have a small following. So inside of My List Building Bootcamp, I give you all of my strategies to do that. And these are all free strategies, by the way. So you don't have to have a big marketing budget. You don't have to worry about doing paid ads. You can create some phenomenal results if you use my free strategies that I teach and train on, and also I use in my business. So we definitely don't want to leave you hanging. If you're in my world, I like to give you the full gamut. This is not a program that you're going to get involved in and then have to buy something else to complete the process. Like I don't really like that. I like somebody to have as much of a holistic, complete program as possible. So that's why we included the bonuses where we not only teach you how to build the core funnel in the program, but then we teach you how to market it on social media with a bunch of really great strategies. And some strategies are going to resonate with more than others. That's why we teach multiple, because you don't have to do multiple, but some of you are going to be like, oh, I really like that. And that suits my personality type. I'm going to do that. And then some people might be like, I don't like doing that. And then you don't have to do that. Right. So that's why I like to give like a platter, like a charcuterie platter, if you will, of marketing tips. And then you're going to pick whichever works best with you. Right. Oh, April, good question. When you do freebies and it's something you've Googled to find, such as your inflammation example, do you need to cite resources, give credit to where you pulled the information from? Yes and no. It's up to you. This is a personal preference. You can say, I've done my research online and here's what I've found. And that's really, you're not going to copy word for word from any website. So therefore, you don't really need to cite it. You're just going to go out and get some research. And in the freebie, you can say, hey, I sat down, I did some research. Here's what I was able to find. But again, if you're comfortable and you'd like to put the, the where you got the information, you can. I personally don't, unless I'm copying verbatim or I'm doing like a screenshot of something that I think is going to be powerful if I put that in my freebie. But I like that. Question. A couple people are asking what funnel program I use. So I keep it really simple. I use WordPress and Optimize Press. And if you look at any of the funnels that I have in my personal business, that is how they are all built. And it is $197 per year, not per month, like a lot of these other really expensive funnel builders. And honestly, they're user friendly and they're amazing. And so you can use whatever you want though. Like let's say you're using ClickFunnels, or let's say you're using Kajabi or whatever. There's so many great ones that are out there. And if you like that funnel program, stick with it. Absolutely. Like you don't have to steer right or left. But for those of you that were asking, then that is what I use. Yes, and my list building bootcamp, if you go there and you look, there's a couple of payment options. We do have a payment plan. We're trying to make this as easy as possible for people to do. I know that sometimes things can be tight in business. I do know you got to think like a business, so don't think of it as an expense. And we have a 60-day money back guarantee as well, you guys. So if you look on that page, there's really no risk to you guys. I am very confident with this program because I've been teaching it for 6 years to a group of people every year that get phenomenal results, the ones that implement it. And so if you go through the program and you implement it, this is my only caveat with my refund policy. If you implement, you get 60 days to go through it, implement the training. If you don't feel that you are completely blown away with value, show us your work and we will give you 100% of your money back. So that's how my refund policy works, so that there's no risk to you and all gain. Hopefully you guys see the value in that and that is helpful for you guys. But literally, I will say this, if you guys tuned in to my stuff over the last few years, and if you've ever wanted to join my mastermind, because we get so many people that say, Tanya, I want to join your mastermind and I just can't afford it, because my mastermind to join me live each year for the last 6 years, there was 2 levels to join. One level was $6,000. The other level was $8,000. And at those price points, we had all of our clients say every single year, you're way undercharging for this program and the value that you deliver in it. You should charge more. And we just never have. I never had to. It covered our expenses. It left me with a little bit to say that was valuable enough for me to give my time to my clients. But it was expensive, right? So what we did was we made this boot camp virtual and available to everybody. And I spent a lot of time putting this thing together for you guys with my team. And you guys will see at mylistbuildingbootcamp.com. Go and check it out. There's a little back office walkthrough. You can see all that you get. We're very transparent with it. And you will see that it is 1/8 the cost of my mastermind. And in my opinion, you get, and my masterminders are going to kill me for saying this, you get more than the mastermind because everything is recorded and you get lifetime access to go through whenever, however many times that you need to. And my masterminders that would pay to come and join me for a weekend live, they would only get me for that weekend and none of it was recorded. So they had to remember everything, right? So now this is all archived and I believe it's more valuable even than the in-person event that we do at literally a fraction of the cost. And this is my way of helping to pivot in this time in 2021 and also help a lot more entrepreneurs with this information that need it more than ever, because everyone now is taking their businesses online, and you got to learn how to do it the right way. And you want to do it in a way where you get results. My philosophy is success leaves clues. The fastest way to point A to point Z is find somebody that is doing what you're wanting to do, has the lifestyle that you want to live, and latch your wagon on to them and absorb as much as you can. Because the other option is trying to figure out all on your own, which can be more expensive in the long run. And I've learned the hard way. I've been down both paths. So I can easily say, find somebody that is doing what you're doing or want to do and has a lifestyle you want to live, and then, latch on and go for it. Right. All right. That is pretty much all the questions, but here's the thing. Yes, the masterclass, Maria, on the masterclass tomorrow, what are you going to talk about? The strategy a little bit too? Yes, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper. If y'all need some more information on how a freebie funnel works, how the details of this freebie funnel, what are the details of the freebie funnel? If you guys are needing some more information on that, this is exactly what I'm going to kind of pull back the curtain on, is individually that graph that I showed you, how each of those pieces work and how they're constructed. And then we will talk about, if you guys want to join me in boot camp as well. But I also wanted to let you know that boot camp I wanted to mention boot camp tonight because it closes on the 19th, which is Friday. And when we close the doors, you cannot get in, you cannot get the program anymore. And then that's it. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned it so you guys don't miss it, because doors are only open for in a bit more days. So we want to make sure everyone gets the opportunity to know that it's available and to go and check out the information for their business. Dean says, "Hey Dean, what's up? Will the boot camp be available to existing academy students after the closing date?" Yeah, if you're a boot camp, if you're a My List Building boot camp member, yeah, absolutely. You get access to the boot camp for lifetime. So you don't have to worry about that. You can go through it as fast or as slow as you want to go through it. We start boot camp. And honestly too, this is my way. I'm working with you for 6 weeks. So we are, you're going through the lessons in the members area. And then that week we're revolving that week around a certain element of the freebie funnel. It builds on top of each other. We move very step by step so we can work with you as closely as we can. And as we're all going through that content for the week as a group, inside of the Facebook group, we're collaborating. So one of the things that people ask, hey, is this a good freebie idea? So people will post in the members only Facebook group, and we'll give feedback, and I'll spend some time analyzing and helping you with your title and your hook, because there is an art and a science to making sure that you get your freebie named correctly so that people want it. And you might spend all this time creating a freebie, but if you don't name it correctly to stop the scroll or to really meet the needs of your target audience, which we talk about in boot camp, then nobody's going to, download it or want it. And so there's an art to that. And so we work together making sure that you have the best freebie and the language, and it's put together properly so that when people see it on your social media, they go, "Oh, I want that." And they're downloading it, and you get more people to download it than if you didn't have that support or feedback or strategy. All right, cool. I'm excited that you're excited about boot camp. Yelena, what's up? Boot camp's going to be fun, you guys. This is where I'm pouring everything into you guys. And this is kind of where I do most of my hard work for the year. 6 weeks of hard work for the year for you guys. Dean says, for students who purchased Tanya's courses in the past, no, you have to, Dean, man, we're killing me. You got to, this is my new program, man. We put a lot into this. You got to buy boot camp if you want into boot camp. Yes, I know, Brownwin. This is where most people struggle. I struggle too with the hook, right, of the freebie. And so this is where we're going to help you. I think this may be where you get the most value. But anyways, guys, I'll see you on the master class tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Text the word training to 74121. And if you're impatient like me and you just want to get into boot camp and you don't care about a masterclass or the details, you just want to learn how to implement this dang thing and you're ready to go, then there's few more days left, a little bit more than, maybe you'll see the timer on that page 4. And so go to mylistbuildingbootcamp.com and get all of the details. And I hope to see you inside bootcamp. There's start here modules and lessons that are already ready for you right now. And then we start as a group March 22nd. If you want to work together as a group as we go through everything for 6 weeks together. And the details are all there. And if you have questions, email us, Facebook message us. We're here to serve and help you guys. Send us a comment on our YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, my support staff is on call to help us until enrollment closes. And then boot camp starts already Monday. Oh my gosh, 1 week from now, boot camp starts. All right, you guys, have an awesome night. I hope you enjoyed the stories and learning a little bit about how this freebie funnel can be really powerful for your business as it was with mine. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night on the masterclass. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.